Most people think getting lean requires a complicated plan. I think it requires simple habits, the kind you can repeat every day without thinking. Because once those habits become automatic, staying lean becomes automatic too. Let me fix that. Fat loss isn't hard, it's just boring. And the people who quietly lose weight forever aren't doing anything exciting. They're doing 5 unsexy, almost lazy habits every single day. So let's get into the 5 boring habits that actually work to burn belly fat. And stick around until the end, because I'll reveal the cheat code that makes all of them almost automatic so you can start losing fat today. And let's start with the one that fixes 80% of your hunger problems. What if I told you that you could lose fat without changing what you eat, just by changing the order you eat it? I call it the domino effect method. 3 simple steps, always in the same order, because once the first domino falls, everything else becomes easier. Step 1. Drink a big glass of water first, before every meal, snack, or every craving, because your brain is surprisingly bad at telling the difference between hunger and thirst. It constantly mixes the two up. So before assuming your body needs food, make sure it doesn't just need water, then wait 5 minutes. You'll be amazed how many cravings quietly disappear. Now, if you're still hungry, move to step 2. Eat your protein first. Chicken, eggs, Greek yogurt, tuna, whatever you've got. Because protein is basically the bouncer of your appetite. It keeps you full longer, and it even burns more calories during digestion than carbs or fat. By the time you've finished your protein, half your hunger has usually packed its bags and left. Still hungry? Okay, you earned step 3. Eat from a small bowl, slowly. Not because your bowl has magical fat-burning powers, but because your brain is slow. It takes about 20 minutes before it finally receives the message that you're full. A smaller bowl also creates just enough friction that grabbing a second serving stops being automatic. You actually have to think about it, and that's all we're trying to do. Interrupt autopilot overeating. And as a bonus, the exact same portion looks much bigger in a small bowl than on a large plate, tricking your brain into feeling more satisfied. It's the same trick some guys use when they wear a shirt 2 sizes too small to make their muscles look bigger. So, water first, then protein, and finally, eat in a small bowl. 3 tiny dominoes that quietly knock down hundreds of unnecessary calories every week. This habit kills more cravings than any willpower trick ever will. Here's the rule: every meal ends with fruit. Because most dessert cravings aren't actually sugar cravings, they're routine cravings. Because your brain learned something years ago. Meal finished? Now comes dessert. So every single time you finish eating, it starts asking for something sweet, not because you need it, because it's following a script. Fruit is the easiest way to rewrite that script. You still get something sweet, you get fiber, you get volume, you get vitamins, and by the time you finish the fruit, the craving is usually gone. I'm not telling you to ban dessert forever, but if you struggle to lose fat, eat a fruit first. You'll be surprised how often you suddenly don't care anymore about dessert. This is probably the biggest mistake you make. You think movement means workouts. It doesn't. Workouts have a different job. They're there to build and maintain muscle, which boosts your metabolism so you burn more calories even while doing absolutely nothing. But we already talked about that trick in another video. Movement is everything else, and ironically, that's where most of your calorie burn comes from. If you think you need to destroy yourself in the gym 6 days a week to lose belly fat, you're wrong. What you need is to stop sitting for 14 hours a day. Because the reality is, most of you barely walk 3,000 steps a day. You sit at work, sit in the car, sit on the couch, then you spend 45 miserable minutes on a treadmill trying to undo an entire day of sitting. Your body wasn't designed to work like that. It was designed to move. And that's exactly what naturally lean people do. They don't necessarily train more than everyone else. They just move more, because your body burns 15% of its daily calories through non-exercise movement. So here's my rule: 7,000 to 10,000 step every day. And here's the mindset shift that completely changed how I looked at exercise. Stop moving to burn calories or to earn your food. Start moving because you're a human. The calories are just the bonus. When moving more becomes a habit, just like brushing your teeth, fat loss starts happening quietly in the background, without feeling like you're constantly on a diet. And the reason most of you don't hit 8,000 steps isn't laziness. It's because you're addicted to this thing. I know because I've been there. You sit down for 5 minutes to check Instagram. 2 hours later, you've watched a cat playing the piano and 47 other reels. Doom scrolling is one of the biggest reasons you stop moving. Congratulations. You've burned exactly 0 calories and wasted your time. Time you could have spent walking, or literally doing anything productive. That's exactly where Reset changed the game for me. With Reset, your screen time isn't unlimited anymore. Instagram, TikTok, Threads, all blocked. Your doom scrolling career is officially over. Instead, you have to earn it. You want 30 minutes of Instagram? Go for a walk. You want to scroll TikTok? Complete your workout. You want to unlock YouTube to stare at my magnificent bald head? Knock out a deep work block first. It sounds restrictive. It's actually the opposite. Because instead of fighting your phone every day, you flip the whole game. Your phone becomes the reward for hitting your daily habits like reading, sleeping better, working out, instead of the distraction that stops you from doing them. And my favorite feature is that it automatically tracks habits like my steps. All I have to do is walk. Reset detects my activity, and my screen time unlocks. Simple. Even my bench press became a way to unlock more screen time. Suddenly, progressive overload got a lot more motivating. Doom scrolling is wasting your life. Reset gives it back. So make sure to hit the link in the description or pinned comment to download Reset and use code CAPTAIN. This might be the laziest habit in this entire video, because you literally lose fat by lying down and doing absolutely nothing. Because sleep regulates hormones so you're less hungry. It optimizes muscle repair and growth, and it helps your body burn fat more efficiently. And after trying 27 different sleep hacks over the years, these 3 gave me 95% of the results. Rule number 1, wake up at the same time every day, even weekends. Your body doesn't know it's Saturday. It only knows you just gave it jet lag because of doom scrolling. Rule number 2, get sunlight in your eyes within the first 30 minutes of waking up. 5 to 10 minutes outside. That's all it takes to tell your brain the day has started. Rule number 3, get your phone out of the bedroom. Not on silent mode, not face down, but out. The blue light disrupts melatonin. The notifications keep your brain alert. The scrolling rewires your dopamine. And the 2 a.m. doom scrolling wrecks your next day. Lock these 3 principles in for 2 weeks and watch your hunger drop. Your cravings vanish, your fat loss accelerates without changing anything else. Sleep is free. It's the laziest fat loss tool on earth, and it's the one you're probably skipping. Here's the genius habit that makes the other 4 work automatically: habit stacking. It might be the closest thing to a real fat loss cheat code. Here's how it works. Take a habit you already do every single day and attach a new fat loss habit to it. Because you're already following hundreds of habits on autopilot without realizing it. You brush your teeth, you make coffee, you walk the dog, you hit the subscribe button, right? Come on, don't make me ruin this example. Hit the subscribe button. Anyways, you don't think about any of those, they just happen. So instead of relying on motivation, use those habits as triggers. Here are a few examples. Every time you sit down for dinner, drink a glass of water first. Boom, habit number 1 becomes automatic. Waiting for your coffee to brew, step outside for 5 minutes of sunlight. Habit number 4, done. Need to answer a phone call? Walk while you talk. Habit number 3, checked. See what we're doing? You're not adding 5 new habits to your day. You're simply hijacking habits that already exist. This is the secret weapon that turns the other 4 habits from things I have to remember into things that just happen. And that's the difference between people who stay lean and people who keep restarting their diet every Monday. They don't have more discipline, they have better habits. So here's your challenge. Don't leave this video trying to change your entire life. Pick one habit. Attach it to one habit you already do every day. Do that for a week. then add another. A month from now, you'll have built fat loss habits that run almost entirely on autopilot. And if you want to know exactly how to create the perfect calorie deficit to make this work even faster, click here.